Good morning, Facebook. What is going on? So, just wanted to do a quick video this morning on what happens if you don't have a gallbladder, right? And what you can do to kind of help mitigate not having a gallbladder. So, yesterday we did a video on eating right for your blood type and talked a little bit about digestive enzymes in there, and that certain blood types tend to be a little low in certain digestive enzymes. And so got a couple other questions about digestive enzymes, and not having a gallbladder kind of brings that same discussion up as well. What to do if you don't have a gallbladder, and how can you compensate for that. So I always find it interesting that Analia, she got her gallbladder out. It's been about 10 years now, and they take this organ out of your body and expect everything to continue to work just like normal. Oh, you just don't need your gallbladder anymore. You'll be better off without it because it was making you sick. Which, to a certain extent, obviously your health improved once they pulled that diseased gallbladder out of there. But the gallbladder serves a pretty crucial function when it comes to digestion, and so just to have it removed and not take some steps to compensate for what is now lacking is not very intelligent. So for everybody who's had their gallbladder removed, there's a few things that you need to understand. And one is what is the function of the gallbladder? And so what a gallbladder does is it helps to concentrate bile, and then when you eat certain foods, especially foods that are high in fat, the gallbladder releases that, and so that the bile can help with the digestive process, right? So the bile can help break down fats, and so that your body can absorb those. So what happens when you get your gallbladder removed is you no longer have the ability to concentrate bile in large quantities, so that when you eat a particularly fatty meal, you're going to lack the ability to be able to digest and assimilate that food. Your liver still produces some bile, but that bile just kind of slowly comes out during the digestive process, right? And not in large enough quantities to really aid in the digestive process when you're eating a large fatty meal. So a lot of individuals who want to go keto, which is typically a higher fat, lower carbohydrate, moderate protein diet, tend to sometimes struggle with eating that way. And part of it is because if they lack a gallbladder and then start to introduce high fat foods back in their diet, they're going to struggle with being able to break down the fat and utilize it for fuel, right? To assimilate the fat. So someone goes from eating lower fat to now they're going to transition and eat a ton of fat because they want to go keto, and so they start struggling with digestive issues and not feeling very well, not feeling very energetic. And again, it's because you're taking in those new fats, all those fats, and your body just lacks the ability to break them down and use them for fuel. So there's a few things you need to do to kind of help compensate for not having a gallbladder. And this really helped improve Analia's digestion and health tremendously when we started doing this. Again, we've been doing this for 5 or 6 years now with her, and it's really helped her be able to break down and assimilate fats, right? Especially now that we eat more of a ketogenic, we do eat a lot of higher fat foods, that it's important that we supplement for her. So one of the main supplements we use is what's called ox bile. I don't know if you can see that light kind of carries out, but ox bile, and 500 milligrams. You can take one of those with each meal. And again, this is just bile that in a large enough dose to help you again break down those foods and assimilate the nutrients. So ox bile is great. We've got another product from Thorne called Biogest that we use, and again this one has betaine hydrochloride, so that helps break down some meats, glutamic acid hydrochloride, pancreatin, ox bile, pepsin. So it's got a bunch of other digestive enzymes in there that are also really beneficial for breaking down fats, proteins, and meats. So, and then the one that we really like the most is one from a company called Da Vinci. It's called Alzyme, and so this has enzymes. It's got again ox bile. It's got the pepsin. It's got lipase, which is really important for breaking down fats, and it's got cellulase, which help break down carbohydrates, right? So if you struggle with breaking down protein, so if, like we talked yesterday, if you're type A blood type, so some of the proteolytic or protein enzymes are the ones that you want to take, right? Like pepsin is a good one. They're called proteolytic enzymes, so they help break down meat. Now, if you're lacking a gallbladder, so again, the ox bile is important, and lipase is the other digestive enzyme that can really help to break down fats. So ox bile and lipase. And then if you are having trouble digesting like salads or leafy vegetables and stuff, so if you eat like a salad today and it looks like you dump a bowl of salad in the toilet bowl tomorrow, you've probably got some issues with breaking down those complex carbohydrates, right? And so you want to get some cellulase, so that can be beneficial with breaking down carbohydrates, vegetables, those kind of things in your diet. So enzymes are really interesting because they control like hundreds and hundreds of bodily functions that happen, right? And as you age, your enzyme bank account shrinks, right? You only have so many enzymes that you have, right? And as you get older, though, that bank account shrinks, right? And so a lot of whole foods have enzymes in them that help in their own digestion, right? Processed foods, frankenfoods, they don't, right? So you have to use all of your digestive enzymes to help break that stuff down. So it's really good to again supplement with digestive enzymes because they really help you break down and utilize food for fuel. So, and again, especially if you're missing like a gallbladder, or if you're a certain blood type that might be low or deficient in certain enzymatic processes, right? And so it's kind of like running a car on with the gas line that's pinched, right? You can't get all the fuel that you're putting in the car. You don't have access to it. So it's really important to make sure you're able to break down foods properly and to be able to assimilate the nutrients. And so digestive enzymes go a long way with helping that process. And so again, I would really suggest, something like the Alzymes from Da Vinci is a great product. It has the protein, the fat, and the carbohydrate enzymes in there to help you break down all types of food. And so I would definitely recommend that. The other cool thing on enzymes is, so if you take enzymes when you're eating, they become digestive enzymes, right? But if you take enzymes on an empty stomach, like during a fast, they become what's known as systemic enzymes. And so because they're no longer needed to help break down food in the digestive tract, they can go throughout the body and help break down damaged proteins, damaged mitochondria, and they can help do a lot of what's called autophagy, right? Cellular cleanup that you want to have. So taking enzymes on an empty stomach can be super beneficial, even in addition to taking them when you're trying to eat meals, right? So taking them on an empty stomach turns them from digestive enzymes into systemic enzymes. And then those enzymes can really help improve your health. So again, great product is the Alzymes from Da Vinci. If you're lacking in a gallbladder, ox bile is super important to make sure you're able to break that down, assimilate the fats, especially if, like I say, if you're going to a more ketogenic, a higher fat diet, and then you're wondering why you're not feeling great and you don't have a gallbladder, that's probably the reason why. Again, it has nothing to do with like the ketones. If you're supplementing with ketones, like that's not why you need digestive enzymes. Ketones are water soluble, so your body's able to utilize them for energy, and anything that's not utilized gets excreted, and they need no help with breaking them down and or digesting them. So again, nothing to do with exogenous ketones, but if you do go on a traditional ketogenic diet or improve the amount of fats that you're getting in your diet, it's important to make sure you're getting ox bile and digestive enzymes to help break down that extra fat and be able to utilize it for food. So if you have any questions, if you're missing your gallbladder, want to find out where you can get the Da Vinci's, let me know. Send me a message and I'll get you the information that you need. So hope everybody's having a great day. Hope everybody's healthy. Hope everybody's happy. Hope everybody goes out and wins the day today. So have a good one, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.